Hi, we've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to score thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, go to ukautoclaims.co.uk to start your free simple check. Loads of you will have overpaid and payouts could be worth thousands, so you've got to look into it. Hit up the link below and check now for free.
Hi guys, Marty from AFTV. Arsenal have just lost 2-1 to Paris Saint-Germain at the Parc des Princes and lost 3-1 on aggregate, crashed out of the Champions League, disappointing fashion. I am here with my main man, Ryan C. I want you to break down the game. I'm sure you have plenty to say.
Man, do you know what? I'm broken. But at the same time, I actually expected this result in a way, because I said it last week after we watching the game at home. It depends on the Arsenal that turned up. Now, the Arsenal that turned up at the beginning of the game, right mentality. Yep. Problem is, we're not clinical. Yep. We start giving away silly chances. We start doing silly fouls. Loads of mistakes. And, you know, 2 of their shots were from 2 mistakes.
But we started pretty well, though.
No, we did, but we're not clinical. And again, it goes back. I've been saying it. People can trace me back on my fangams, TikToks, Instagrams. I've been saying for so long, we need a striker.
I know, I've heard it.
I cannot stop going on about it. I said it at Sporting, 5-1 away. I got gaslit by Robbie, Cecil, everything. And this is the problem. Our fan base have accepted mediocrity for the longest. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Pochettino, 388 million spent. They got to a Champions League final.
That was a few years ago. When you say 388 million, them years ago, it's different to the 700.
I know, but the inflation went up with Neymar, Thomas Lemar those days in 2017. So I'm saying Pochettino, 388 million. They got to a Champions League final. Papered over the cracks because Spurs, again, they're another process. But that manager, we're on 750 million with Arteta. I'm sorry, but it's not acceptable. Now, the problem we've had is the money. Yes, there's a problem with ambition at Arsenal. With the Cronkies, they only care about the LA Rams, we know that. But the problem here is when he's been given the money, he's not put it in the right places. Like, look, as much as Mikel Marino's done well up front, why did we sign him initially? We was not signed as a striker. These are not professional conversations. Oh, let's just play him up front. We shouldn't be having those conversations as a professional football club. This is meant to be a big football club. We've never won this competition.
Disappointing, right?
It hurts. I grew up before the Invincibles. I was watching Nicolas Anelka. I watched these Premier League titles, these FA Cups. Since 2004, I saw a 9-year trophy drought. And now we're on a 5-year one, but we're going to go on to a minimum of 6. Now, even then, he won the cup, FA Cup with Emery's team in 2020. But that was, since then, his competition, his record in cups, it's been horrific. Yes, he's reached the semi-final here, quarter-finals last year against Bayern Munich. Again, we bottled it then. This is not acceptable.
Would you say this was a bottling tonight?
In a way, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why?
They were there for the taking. We started the game well. We started this game.
We were electric.
Look, I was proud of the way we started the game. But I'm looking at the team and I'm just like, why can't we get that final ball right? The final third is poor. Why are we not scoring? Yes, Donnarumma is. Look, we can still see it. Look, that keeper is amazing. Yeah, I get PTSD looking at him.
He was fantastic. He was out of this world.
So I'll never take that away. Yeah. I will never take that away. But the point is, we know what we're up against. We should have come better. And the thing is, Odegaard, another thing.
Right, so where do we go from here as Arsenal Football Club, Ryan?
All right, well, I think we got to get rid of Arteta. It's got to that point.
Wow, that brutal, yeah, that quick.
It's not really quick. It's just a 5-year plus process.
I get that.
I said to Robbie in 2019 when we played Bournemouth away, I said, this is an inexperienced manager we've got on board, and this is not what we need as a professional football club. Now, it's kind of showing, even you could admit this, his decision-making with Ranieri as well, his substitutions, he's actually cost us this game in a way. He's not making those decisions quick enough. He's not making them at all. And it's just like, you've got to ask these questions. Odegaard needed to be dropped. Palace and Bournemouth, we should have given Ranieri a run out to then play in this game so he can get some professional minutes in. This is not acceptable.
I get what you're saying, Ryan. I do understand the Ranieri, listen, as a young lad, could he do it? But then even we saw with Saka, he had a ball that comes through and he flashes it over the bar. Yeah. These things happen in football.
They do happen in football, but...
It seems to happen to us all the time, though.
That is it. It seems to happen to us all the time. Saka, I'll give you that. Saka, as much as we love Saka, shouldn't have missed that.
Yeah.
We got you got to criticize where it's due. So Saka shouldn't have missed that. But on top of that, we should have put our chances away. That first 25 minutes, my God, you used the word electric. Perfect. We were there. They were there for the taking. We're 1-0 down. The tie is still there. So I'm sorry, but on top of the Cronkies going, if no one is pulling out the banners against Newcastle, our last home game of the season, I will be doing it.
Oh, you're a banner boy.
I'm not a banner boy. I'll have to turn into one. I'll get the megaphone. I'm happy to leave. I don't want
the megaphone a lot. You're pulling all the stops.
I will do it. Look, if no one else does it, I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but no one else does it. Something's got to be done. Cronky out. Arteta's got to go, and we need to get a proper man. Look, Luis Enrique knows what he's doing. Carlo Ancelotti's out of a job. Why can't we look at him now? Rather than going to Brazil.
Well, you make some fantastic points. Thank you very much, Ryan. You've been an absolute legend. Marty from AFTV signing out.